Hey guys, what's going on? It is live at 9 here on Fitness with Becky. It's Sunday night, guys, and this is your recap of day 14 on my 21-day cleanse journey. It is the end of week 2. Dang, I cannot believe it. Honestly, like the thing that keeps crossing my mind is that I cannot believe I have made it this far in a cleanse of any kind. I have been so opposed to cleanses my whole life for, at least with this cleanse, so many of the wrong reasons, like fears about being hungry and being exhausted and fears about things that just aren't true. Fears about like running to the bathroom all the time, all that stuff. I was so afraid to try this because I was so worried that it was going to be a horrible experience when 2 weeks in, it's been nothing but an awesome experience. I cannot believe it. I'm shocked. So anyway, that's my current state of mindset right now. Is I'm pleasantly surprised with how well this is going and all that I'm getting out of it. So I'm at the end of week 2. Let me give you the update on how it's going. Okay, so it's day 14. I'm at the end of week 2, headed into week 3, and wrapping up some things and launching into some new things next week for the final stretch. So, first things first, as far as today went, it was a really good day, guys. I got a ton of sleep last night. That's one thing for sure on this cleanse. Your body is being taxed from the inside out, so you are a little more tired, I guess. I kind of go through peaks and valleys. Like in the morning, when I finally get up, when I do get up, I'm like, I have energy out the yin yang, and it's just like zing. So, but then, like after, somewhere in between lunch and dinner, I get really sleepy. So I feel like I just need to capitalize on those periods of time when I'm really awake and alert and feeling good. And then in the afternoon, what I've been doing to keep that tiredness at bay is I've been having my half a Shakeology as a snack to kind of perk me back up so that I can continue working and getting things done and not take a nap on the couch. But anyway, guys, so today was great. I slept like a log, got up, it's Sunday, so we were kind of taking it easy. Um, had my huge fruit breakfast, which I really enjoy. I'll probably continue that for some days after the reset is over. Um, and today we go grocery shopping. So right after I got up, we walked the dog, we went to the commissary and shopped for all the food that we needed for week 3. I'm the only one doing this cleanse. My husband is not doing it, so we actually had separate grocery shopping lists. What I thought was really cool about this particular trip was that everything I bought that I need for this third week of the reset, I got in the produce department. So if you've ever heard that saying where they say, "Oh, shop the perimeter of the store, it's healthier for you." Take that to heart, guys. Seriously. I never did. I was always like, "Oh, whatever, I'll get most of it from the produce and the fresh meat section." But there's still stuff in that center aisles that I really like, so I'm going to continue to get that stuff. So after I got all my groceries in the produce area, we walked all the other aisles, so my husband could pick out a few of the things that he needed for his meal plan for this week. And it was like walking through like a circus tunnel to my brain, right? Because I haven't had any of those things in 2 weeks now. I haven't had any sugar, I haven't had any caffeine, I haven't had any artificial anything in like 2 weeks. So walking through all those aisles with like the super electric colors of juice drinks and the fancy packages and the sugar and the carbs and the everything just like screaming at me from the aisles. I was like, dang, this is crazy. I never was aware of how processed everything is in the grocery store, with the exception of the produce and fresh meats area. I was like, this is crazy. So keep that in mind. Like this cleanse definitely obviously changes your body from the inside out, but it's also going to work its magic on your mindset. I can see myself having a hard time going back and picking up a box of cookies without thinking, oh my God, look at all the stuff that's in here that I didn't make, that I didn't put together. It's not a whole ingredient in any sort of the word, in any sense of the word. Um, my mind has been expanded by this experience, which I think is really cool. So there's that. Um, Today, what did I do for lunch? Today, I did like a repeat lunch and I actually did a repeat dinner. I'll tell you why, because that squash experience yesterday kind of scarred me. If you guys decide to do the reset, I would recommend swapping out your dinner on the night where you're supposed to have the squash with the tahini dressing. It's just was not a good experience. So instead of having a second portion of that today for lunch, I used up some extra beets that I had and had my big salad with beets, just like yesterday for lunch, instead of that squash nightmare. And then for dinner, I kind of did the same thing. I had an extra serving of the lentil pilaf to use that, my husband won't eat it because it has onions in it. So I had that and I just sauteed up some kale because I had some extra there. My goal here is not to waste food, um, because you are spending a fair amount of money on groceries. So I wanted to make sure that I don't leave anything in the fridge to rot just because it's not, because I don't use it quick enough, right? I want to see how cost effectively I can do this cleanse so that I can recommend to you guys and my future clients that tackle this challenge how they can keep this effective for their budget. Okay. Last couple things. We have family dinner every night with some friends, and so for those of you who are like worried about going into social situations and what to do, I packed my food tonight. I packed my water, I packed my supplements, I packed my kale and my quinoa pilaf, and I had that while my friends and husband both had, um, you know, pork ribs and ham and peas and baked potatoes. I mean, did I want some of that stuff? Yeah, kind of. But at the same time, the meal I had was really satisfying and it tasted good, and it was one that I like enough to repeat it. So I didn't feel deprived. So that was good. Just remember, your goals and yourself are important enough to stick with it, right? You're not going to make somebody feel um, put off because you brought your own food. Like, you just have to explain to them, hey, I'm doing this cleanse. I'm 2 weeks in. I'm in the home stretch. I don't want to cheat or fail, so I'm going to bring my own food. I hope that's okay with you, but I'd really appreciate your support. Easy peasy, right? Just got to communicate with people. So that was that. Since this is the end of week 2, I had my last detox drink today, which is like a mix of chia seeds and flax seeds and some other stuff. I personally like the taste of it, but a lot of people have a struggle with the taste and the texture. But so this is the end of the detox phase, and going forward, the supplements that you take in week 3 serve to restore the healthy bacteria to your gut. So I'm curious to see how that'll affect me next week. Um, the last thing, guys, I think there was something else I wanted to mention. Now I can't remember. Just in general, other things that I'm noticing 2 weeks in now, my skin is definitely much clearer and brighter. I'm loving that. Like, that was one of my big things. I wanted to get my skin back into a shape where it wasn't breaking out with like cystic acne everywhere all the time. And that has definitely improved. And the other thing I noticed was 2 weeks of not drinking red wine and not drinking coffee and eating all these crunchy vegetables, which, really work your chompers. My freaking teeth are way whiter. Like, ding, right? They are super, super white. Like, I looked in the mirror the other day and I was like, dang, did I just go get my teeth cleaned? Because they're normally not this shiny and bright. So keep that in mind. You may have some unexpected perks from doing this cleanse, like white teeth and clear skin. Hey, hey. What else? Darn it, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. I can't remember what it is. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off. But overall, guys, I'm feeling really good. I'm excited. Oh, that's what it was. I got it. I got it. Squirrel brain. Okay, so last thing. I was just brushing my teeth, my white teeth. um, and I was thinking that I was very surprised I've been able to stick with this cleanse as long as I have, right? 2 weeks for me is longer than I have really been able to commit to any meal plan ever. Like even when I do the 21-day fix, guys, inevitably I end up talking myself into the fact that it's okay to have that extra portion or it's okay to have that extra treat or something like that. I always have cheated on the plan a little bit. Nothing so extreme that it would derail getting good results, but I've never followed it 100% ever. I just, I don't know. I suck at that, I guess. So I was really shocked when I was able to follow this plan so perfectly because it is so complex and like pretty rigid, which gave me a realization. When it comes to food, I do really well when somebody says, you need to eat exactly this. Like do this, and this. Eat these things, prepare this, do it this way, and all I have to do is follow directions. When I'm left up to my own devices to make too many choices, I fail. So that was like a light bulb moment for me for some of my clients where, you know, you get a new plan and then you get a new program and you're like, oh, this is going to be awesome. But then you have to make like 500 decisions and it's overwhelming. And you're like, I can't make all these decisions. Crap, I can just barely decide what I want to eat for breakfast, you know? So that was an eye-opening experience for me. So if you like structure, normally I don't like structure. Like in any other area of my life, I don't like structure. But when it comes to food, the less I have to think and the more I just execute, the better. Because then I don't get my brain and my emotions involved and get tempted and get weak and my willpower goes to hell, right? If I just follow what's on the next step of the plan, then I can succeed very well, apparently. So I'm going to keep that in mind for future challenges with my customers, where when you start out on your very first time with a program, I'm going to give you a meal plan, like a step-by-step meal plan that you can follow, just in case you are like me and do better with that structure being laid out for you. So I'm learning all kinds of good things, guys. All right. Well, anyway, y'all have a happy Sunday, and I will check in with you tomorrow to let you know how the first day of week 3 is going. Have a great night. Bye.